Hey, welcome back, friends. Craig here from thepawdlife.com. Today we're coming to you from the store. So we got all our gear here for you to take a look at. Timber's down there eating a bone, and I'm enjoying a Lunar Transit Hazy from Epic while we get ready to do a comprehensive review of Ruffwear's harness system. So today we've got the high-end light, we've got the front range, the Webmaster, the Flagline, and we've also got the Webmaster Pro. So we're going to look at each one of them, on and off capabilities, primary features. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, no problem. Look in the timeline below. There's a clickable timeline in the description, so you can go right to the harness that you're interested in. Otherwise, crack a beer, hang out. Man, we're going to check them all out in great detail. We're going to have some fun while we're doing it. So don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get started. All right, so before you buy a harness, you want to get your trail doggy. We got Timber here. He's about an 80-pound shepherd mix for a frame of reference for you. And he's been working hard, so he's tired. But we want to measure him, and so we're going to do that around the widest part of his chest, and we're going to see what that comes up to. So we'll stand him up, and we're just going to use some tailor's tape here. If you don't have this, you can certainly use just a string, and then you can measure it later with a tape measure. And so for Timber, we're coming up at 34. And so that's going to put him at a large, extra large with Ruffwear harnesses. And you can find that sizing chart is available on the Ruffwear site, and we've got it down in the description of this podcast as well, so you can get your sizing worked out first. All right, so here we go. The high-end light, number one here. So high-end light, pretty lightweight construction, really low profile on the dog, so we like that a lot. And so not very bulky at all. The liner is really debris resistant. They've got a really nice kind of material that they've used in there to minimize on any pickup of hair and dirt and debris and whatnot. Metal V-ring, that's a primary leash attachment point, and then they have this area where you can hook on a light like the Beacon waterproof light. This thing's pretty rad, by the way, and I would definitely recommend you check it out because you know you always end up in a low light situation. Having a little light on there is pretty nice. But otherwise, right underneath that, if you open it up, is a little stowage area where you can put some dog bags for picking up dog waste, and then there's a really nice little attachment here to put their ID tags, and it keeps them quiet when you stow them right in there, so that's pretty cool as well. Otherwise, this portion is what slides over the head, and then these come up. These are the girth straps, and they slide, clip into these buckles here, but these are what go around the back of the dog. So whenever you're applying a harness, first thing you want to do the first time is go ahead and pull the straps completely out of the sleeve there. Get them out, and we're going to open this up. So we have the buckle, and we have a little 3-bar. And so we're going to go ahead and feed the strap up through the 3-bar all the way to the end. And I find it's a lot easier to get a harness on a dog if you just open these all the way up. So now I'll bring the buckle forward just like this. So he says, just slide it forward. There's your buckle. And then you can slide that buckle up again even further. Take up the slack. There you go. There's more, but that's going to be plenty for what we're doing today. So I'll do the same thing here. Pull out the strap from the sleeve. Pull it through the 3-bar. Bring the buckle forward. Do that one more time. Bring the buckle forward. And now, same thing up here. If I bring these 3 bars towards the centerpiece, the chest plate here, that's going to open this up as wide as it goes. Beautiful. Same on this side. And now this thing is in its maximum open position. And so that's going to, this harness is for a large dog. I'm going to pop Timber up onto the dressing table, and we'll go ahead and pop it on and see how it looks. So now we're going to go ahead and try and get this high-end light onto Timber. So remember, we've opened up all the straps to their maximum extension, and we've got this thing nice and wide, and we just go ahead and slide this right over the head. And there we go. That's as easy as it gets. Bring the chest strap and the belly components underneath, and we'll just go ahead and bring the straps up and over, clamp them in. Very easy. And it's attached. And so we'll make a couple of adjustments. We want this chest plate to be right over the sternum here and just right behind right in front of his shoulder blade there. So now we'll just take this 3-bar adjustment and we're going to hold on to the base of it where my thumb is, and we're just going to bring this up until we get nice and snug. And our good rule of thumb is that you can get 2 fingers underneath it, and then that's a good placement. Do that on both sides. Can you stand up for me, buddy? Good. Oh yeah, I like that. And now we need to do these girth straps here, and the same thing. We're going to go ahead and take up this slack right here where the buckle is till we get it where we like it. That feels pretty good. And we'll just bring the 3-bar on down. That feels real nice. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Take up the slack from the buckle and then bring this 3-bar on down. And there you go. That is the high and light. And like I said, good just everyday duty for getting around town if you want an alternative to pulling from the neck, which is always great. And that's the high and light. All right. So next up here is the front range harness. We really like this. The front range harness has been around for a while. Man, this is a super awesome harness. It's just, it's rugged, it's sturdy. It's got 2 points of attachment, so you can leash from the V-ring. You can also leash from this chest attachment. So for dogs that pull, as they pull on you, they will be turned, and so that helps limit that behavior. They also have the ID tag stay area. You might be able to get a bag or 2 you can stuff in there, not as well as in the high and light, but yeah, this is a sturdier harness. It's got some padding here going on, light padding all around it. Again, I've sized it for a large, extra large on timber, and same situation here. So 2 buckles around the girth strapping area, and then adjustments at the chest harness. So the exact same thing. So let's see how it looks on timber. All right, timber's back, and so we're going to go ahead and loosen up our straps. And so in this case, we're going to go ahead and bring this buckle down and bring out the slack. And I'm just moving these towards the chest plate. Nice and easy. Same on this side, because there's 2. There we go. Nice and big. And then it's so much easier if you do this before you put this on the dog. So just bring this girth strap down, pull out the slack in the buckle. On the other side, I'm going to go ahead and bring the tri-bar down, and then I'll bring up the buckle. And then I'm just going to take this and slide it right over Timber's head. And there we go. That's looking pretty good. Natural fit. Bring up the girth straps, clip, other side, clip. Very good. Come here for a minute, buddy. And then, like on the high and light, I'll take the slack out of the buckle, and then I'll just bring the tri-bar down. Ooh, easy. That was easy. Do you think that was easy? Yeah, you always think it's easy. Boom, and he's right. It's easy. And I got a little bit that I can take out of the chest straps here. So on those, you just grab, hold down low, right here. On the outer strap, where's my hand? There it is. On the outer strap, I'm not even looking. All right, my thumb's underneath the outer strap. Then I take the tri-bar and I bring it up. Oh, Timber, you're ready for adventure. You're ready for adventure. You want to go on an adventure? Oh my God, that's a great idea. And that's a front range. Great harness. Lunar Transit Hazy. It's delivering. All right, so next up is the Webmaster. So this is a little bit different than the high and light in that its construction is much more rigorous and robust, right? It's got a handle on the back so that you can pick up your dog. This is great for scrambling through boulder territory. A lot of service animals will use these because you can get your patches stitched on here pretty nicely. So let's take a close look at the details. So you've got two main buckles. Now these buckle on the side and they buckle up into these little protective hoods. Again, we're using a 3-bar to make the final adjustment. And then both of the girth area, this is going to be under the back of the chest and this is going to be underneath the kind of the stomach area. This is a padded sleeve to just add some nice comfort. And then this martingale chest harness, kind of a 3-point that I call it in the front, allows you to adjust around the front of the chest and then up underneath the chest as well. So this is a great harness if you're going to be scrambling around, doing some lift assist on your dog, or even if you have a dog that's slightly disabled. We're not even talking athletic dogs now, more hospital side of things. You've got a dog that you need to help get up and get down all the time. This is great. This handle is really wonderful. So let's take a look and see how it works out on Timber. Here you are, Tim. All right, Timber's back. So I have already gone ahead and loosened all the straps like we've discussed in all the other videos. Starting with the chest straps, I've opened them up all the way and opened up this lower chest strap, and then I've completely released these to their fullest extent. That always makes it easier when you put these on. Now remember, the web harness is meant to be for much more rigorous use, and so it's got a lot more attachment points, so you need to take the time to kind of get a good fit right in the beginning. It'll be totally worth it, and it'll be really useful for the dog. So I've got that all done. I'm just going to slide his head right through. Easy. Chest strap, easy. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull his right front leg up and through, and then the other strap I just bring around behind his armpit and I clamp it right on this side, so you won't be able to see it. I'm going to stand him up. Up you go, buddy. And I'm going to go ahead and bring the other one around and clamp it on. Now he's fully clamped in, and the only thing we have to do now is make the adjustments. I'm going to slide him back a little bit. Good boy. Good boy. So we'll start by bringing up this chest harness attachment on the right shoulder side. And again, what we want is we want this to be right in front of his shoulder blade, and we want this chest plate to be right in the front of his sternum or his chest. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring that 3-bar up by just taking a hold of it and sliding it up. I find it helps if I put my thumb in between the two fronts straps and I have the outer one, and I just hold on to that, and that allows me to really bring that up quick and easy. And the same thing on this side. So I'll just slide my thumb in there, up it comes. He's such a good boy. All right, so I like that. I like the way that it is around his neck right here, and I like the way that it's coming down into his chest. The chest plate's not up into his throat, and it's not way down between his legs. It's right in the middle of his sternum here, so that as I'm using the leash or I'm pulling on him, this is going to be lifting up against the thickest part of his bone structure and his skeletal system and provide a nice lift. All right, so now I'll check this lower one. And we want to give that a little adjustment. I'm actually going to bring it back because I want it to sit right underneath the deepest part of his chest plate here. And now I'm just going to make the adjustment on these sides, which again, you can't see here. Well, let's turn him around. Come here, Timber. Come here, buddy. See how we'll do this. Good boy. Turn. Nice. Oh, what a guy. It's great to work with. And so I'm going to go ahead and take up the slack from the buckle first. So I'll slide my thumb here and I'll just bring this through, pull up what I can. Bring that tri-bar down, take up some more slack, bring that tri-bar down. There it goes. Now we're into it. Tri-buckle goes down. You can see it's really not that hard to adjust. Do it from underneath here. Perfect. And we'll go ahead and take up a little slack here. Tri-bar down. More slack. There we go. Bring the buckle down, get it out of your way. Take up some more slack. Bring the buckle down. And then we'll just take out the slack by pulling on the last tab. You can see I'm bringing it right in there. And I think I'll take up a little more on Mr. Timber here. There we go. I can get a little more adjustment over here. As you can see, it's still pretty loose, so I'm gonna adjust from the buckle first. Get it nice. I kind of like that. And then I'm gonna just bring the remainder of the strap through. Whoops, I've got it caught. There we go. Through the tri-bar and just take up that slack. And then the nice thing with these is on that padded strap right here, I can slide the remainder, the leftover strap, inside this little sleeve and tuck it right in there. And it goes right through. It's amazingly easy. There it goes. And now it's nice and tidy. And I'll do that on both of them to clean it up so I don't have straps dangling. And now I have a nice way to pick timber up. Boom. You saw it happen. Right there. Right? Hey, did you do good? Did you do good? And that is the Webmaster harness. Thank you, Timber. All right, we're now to the Webmaster Pro, and I'm mostly through this beer, and I promised myself I'd do this whole review on one beer, so we got to get moving here. Delicious. So the Webmaster Pro is built off the same chassis as the Webmaster, but a couple of big differences. So one, let's take a look here. They've used all metal buckles on everything, so that's going to hold up much better over the lifetime of its use. And man, while I'm sitting here, let's take a look. Look at the stitch work that Ruffwear puts into this. I mean, this is as high quality as you can get here. You're not going to find another product anywhere from any manufacturer as good as what Ruffwear has done here. So with the Webmaster Pro, one of the big differences is they have pockets on either side. And so this is a favorite harness for avalanche dogs, service dogs. You can put some stuff inside. They have some nice little netting pockets here for keeping things kind of neat and tidy, but there's a pocket on either side. So that's pretty straightforward. And then again, just a much more substantial build. Here's how it looks on the inside. So you can see chest harness, metal chest strap, and then look at this stitching, just kind of keeping everything in place, padded for a little bit of comfort, but otherwise it works exactly the same as the Webmaster. It's got 2 points of attachment, the primary V ring right here, and there's also this toe strap on the back as well, and then a light harness. And so we'll see how this one looks on Timber right now. Okay, here we go. So I have already pre-loosened both of the upper chest straps and the lower chest strap, and I've completely opened up the rear girth and the front chest kind of belly straps. And so yeah, let's take a look. So again, like every other model, we just slide right over the head. Couldn't be easier. First move, you reach down and you're going to go ahead and bring his front right paw, thanks pal, up through that loop. And the other one you just bring behind the armpit and you bring it around. So for the strapping though, I really want you to see this. So I'm going to turn him around. Good boy. So on the Webmaster Pro, again, this is just built to be much more substantial. Man, look at this stitching right here. 2 whole rows of stitching onto this handle. Unbelievable. Like, I would lower my dog off of something pretty significant with this, but you make your own choices. But again, on the sturdy front, I'm going down a rabbit hole. On these metal buckles, we're going to use a double back system. And so let me show you how that works. So I'll just go ahead and bring the rear one here. So nice, again, padded belly strap that also doubles as a sleeve to hold any leftover strapping, depending on the size of your dog, if you have leftover strapping. And then in the end of this, they've taped it. It's not like you lit it with a lighter to keep the ends from fraying. Like, they've done a really nice job. That's 7/8 of an inch there of like nice like coating that makes it real easy. Hey, quitter, hold on. So we're gonna go ahead and find this buckle. We're gonna bring it up underneath through the first part, and we're gonna bring it up through the top part. Seems pretty straightforward. From there, we're gonna get the fit that we like. So we'll slide this strap, the padding, back underneath here so that it's where we want it to land on timber. Take a minute and get that adjusted. There we go. And that's going to come up right in his belly. And for your male dogs, there's a penis here. And so don't be awkward. We got to talk about it. I'm holding his right now. And there's a penis here. And this strap comes right in front of that. And that way, when he does need to urinate or mark a bush and let everybody know that he was here today, he's not going to get it all over the strap. So that's really nicely positioned. And that comes from measuring the dog and having our... Sorry, I'm touching it. I'm sorry. We're friends. Best friends. Okay, so we want to get this strap, situated so the tension's right where we want it, because once we put this final adjustment on it, it's going to stay right where it is and it's not going to move. So I'm going to go ahead and just fine tune it. Feel like I like that. That's pretty good. Now remember, you're going to be picking your dog up potentially, so you don't want this really loose. You want it to be comfortable. And so I bring that in, and now the double back part of it's kind of a climbing thing, is I'm going to bring it right back in to the lower part of that buckle and bring it down, and this thing's never coming undone once we do that. If I can get my finger on it, there it is. Man, that is a secure stay. There is no amount. That whole buckle would have to break in half. Your strap would have to rip in half for that to come undone. A plastic buckle is not going to be nearly as sturdy as this is. So if you're doing some pretty extreme stuff out there, your avalanche dog, service dog, high adventure dog, that's the way you want to go. We do the same thing to buckle up the front, and we do the same thing to make the adjustments here in the front. Just uses a traditional tri-bar. And so again, I'm just going to slip my finger underneath the front strap, and I'm going to draw that tri-bar back up until it gets to where I like it. Boy, this is a good fit for you, buddy. And now bring the other side up as well. And don't forget that you have a chest strap underneath here. So we got to get that guy last and make sure he's right where we want it. Hi, friend. Oh, that's nice. Is that nice? We'll bring this one up. Can't forget this one. And it's the same system as we did with that rear strap. Just go ahead and bring it up, kind of get it where we like it. And rock that nice metal buckle back. Boy, I really appreciate the quality Ruffwear brings to the table. It just can't be beat. And we have put this stuff to the test. Let me tell you, we've done quite a bit. You can check out our video on the Central Coast, where we were up doing actually some rock scrambling, some pretty high-risk peaks, and we use Ruffwear gear exclusively for that. So I'll tuck these straps back into these little strap stays. There it is. Just gotta find it. They slide right in there, so easy. And then you don't have stuff dangling off, which is nice, especially if you're coming out of a helicopter. You don't want stuff flying around. Can't quite see it, but I think it's close enough for now. So you get the idea. So there you go. This is the Webmaster Pro. Pockets and storage areas. 2 points or 1 point of attachment here, plus the toe strap area. And yeah, it's a really good gear setup for mountain adventure dogs. Oh my God, I think we're gonna do it. Don't forget, that's got to go to the outro portion, so we're not done yet. But we are to the best, I think, the best harness that Ruffwear has put out, and it's the newest one on their lineup. So this is the Flagline, and man, it is just a super nice harness. It has brought together every single element that we've talked about so far for the most part. It's got 3 points of attachment, so you have a chest attachment in case you have a puller that you need to work on a little bit of correcting. And dude, that thing is super bomber. Look at this. Even the stitching for this thing is like, it's like God, man, you can't do that at home. Well, you can, but I bet you don't. And then it's got a V-ring, and then it's got a tow attachment. It's got a lift assist handle, so that's super awesome. It's got an attachment for the light, right? So you can put that on there. And then how about this super wide chest panel, so that this is all about, like, when you lift your dog up, look at that nice weight distribution going on there. Like, you've got a really thickened pad structure here going on underneath the front of the chest. It's a lot wider underneath the undercarriage of the chest. And so again, you're just going to get really nice weight distribution. So I love this harness. This is going to be our harness for 2020, I think, because we mainly do adventure hiking and trail running and rock scrambling. We're not rappelling out of helicopters that often. And so this is going to be the one for us. Tri-point, so you've got your 2 points of adjustment here, and then this is static on this one, so there's no chest adjustment that you need to do here, but that's okay because it's one continuous piece. And then just like everything else, when we work on these, we're going to go ahead and when we size them, when we first put them on, we're just going to go ahead and open these up by bringing this tri-buckle all the way down towards the chest. So we just hold on to it and we just pull it forward, take out the slack, pull it forward, take out the slack. Boy, that really adjusts nicely. I'm just so impressed with this thing. I can't say enough about it. It's really, and it's lightweight, and just like the high-end light harness, they have this kind of debris-resistant material on the inside as well. So that's pretty fancy. And then on our side straps, we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to go ahead and open these up a little bit. And so let's go ahead and get it onto Timber and see how it looks. All right, so real quick reminder on the strapping. So there's 4 buckles on this one that come up around each side of the dog. So first thing you want to do is you want to pull the strap out of the sleeve here so you have it able to work with you. And then I'm going to go ahead and fish my finger here in between the two, and I'm going to bring the buckle all the way down to the extent of the strap, and that's all the way out. And now I'm just going to go ahead and bring the buckle, bring the 3-way buckle up to the clipping buckle, and then last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and just pull all that slack out by holding onto the buckle and just pulling on this end, and that's pretty good. You can do a lot more, but that's going to be enough for me to get that onto Timber. And so now we're ready to go. So unbuckle 1, unbuckle 2 in the front, unbuckle 3, unbuckle 4 in the front. Thing completely opens up, head's going in here. Timber, frisbee, up you go. Oh my God, whoa, you going around this way? Okay, come around this way. So look at that, I just slipped it over his head. Ugh. He's 80 pounds. And then I'm just gonna bring the chest straps back behind him, starting with the rear, because I think that's easier. Clip, clip, and clip, clip. And if once you own this harness, because this is the one you're gonna buy, once you make the initial adjustments, you're not going to have to, you'd be done. Right here, you'd be done, you'd be ready for adventure. But because it's the first time we're putting them on them, now we have to do these steps to kind of tighten it all up. But you don't have to do that every time, so just keep that in mind. It's pretty fast. And so then we're going to go ahead and bring down the tension from the buckle, draw down the tri-buckle, tension up again, bring in more. Get it where we like it. I'm going to adjust this bottom portion here and bring in some of this slack by pulling on this nice tab that they've created. There we go. Ooh, yeah. All right, I'm going to do the same thing on this side, even though you can't see it. I want my doggy to be balanced. Like everything in life, you got to be balanced. Right, Timber? Right, good. Thanks for agreeing with me, buddy. I appreciate that. All right, now this side. Bring out the tension from the buckle. Bring this tri-buckle down. Take up some of the slack. And I'm going to make another buckle adjustment. And this is where I'm really feeling if I've got my kind of 2-finger comfort. You'll know what that is. And I'll bring this tri-buckle down a little bit more. And I'll take out my slack just like this. Boom. And so what you want to watch on these dogs is right here, this armpit right here. If your harness is jacked up into the armpit, when they're running and doing their thing, this is how they run. When they're running, if that harness, if however you have your harness fit is pushing up into the axillary area, the armpit area, you're going to get some rawness and some redness and irritation in there. So fit your harness so that that's not happening. And you can see on this nice Flagline here, that is not happening. This chest straps, we need to get those in place. Probably should have done those first, but I got excited. So we're just going to slide our finger between the two of them, and then get hold of that cam strap or that tri-buckle and just pull it up. Look at that. And that feels real nice right there. I like it. I'm going to come around on the other side. How you doing, Timber? Nice. Nice. You're just ready. Are you ready? You ready to load up and do adventures? Ooh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, man. We are really happy with this thing. So this is the Flagline, a super nice harness, all around componentry. Again, I mean, I just can't stop talking about the stitching and the design work here. I mean, this is really strong stitching and strapping. These are super high quality buckles, just like you would find on your own outdoor backpacking type of gear and climbing gear. And so we are ready to go. And you're gonna see Timber running around in this thing all season long. And again, plenty of clearance here where it counts. And yeah, you can keep this one, buddy, because you're gonna have it on all summer long. Ready? Let's go. All right, thanks everybody. All right, thanks everybody. You can get down. I got to talk to these guys for a minute. You want to stick around? All right, he's sticking around. So here's what I want to tell you. Please like and subscribe. It really matters to us that you subscribe to our channel. It's going to allow us to do things with YouTube that we can't until we get over 1,000 subscribers. So I need your help. 2, we sell everything at the minimum price that Ruffwear allows. So get on to our description down below and find the link to our store and buy it from us. We put a lot of work into putting these videos together for you. We got tons of gear here. We can get it to you right away. Shipping is free anywhere in the US. If you've got questions about sizing, hit me up. I'm Craig at the Pawd Life, Pawd. Life.com. You can jump on Ruffwear's site or ours, and we have all the sizing charts, everything that you need, and you can get your dog ready for an adventure just like I've got my dog ready for an adventure. Otherwise, we hope to see you out there. Hope you guys are having a great spring and getting ready for a fun summer and staying safe, and we thank you for your time today. Have a good one. Bye, everybody. Cheers, Timber.